Join us on this eye-opening multi-part series inspired by the groundbreaking work of Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman and his enlightening book, Thinking Fast and Slow. Unleash your inner rational thinker and gain a new level of thoughtfulness as you unravel the mysteries of your own mind. In the enchanting realm of Aesop's fables, a cunning fox attempted to seize a tantalizing bunch of grapes. Leaping and striving, he found himself repeatedly thwarted by their lofty position. Frustration gripped him, but the fox refused to admit defeat. Yet, to his surprise, the grapes proved not only out of reach, but also unripe. Thus the term sour grapes was born, encapsulating the fox's dilemma. In that moment, he faced three choices: acknowledge his limitations, reinterpret the situation, or create conflicting beliefs to ease his disappointment. This phenomenon, known as cognitive dissonance, arises when two conflicting beliefs clash within us. Consider the job interview scenario. When another candidate prevails, rather than accepting their superiority, we may convince ourselves that the job was undesirable or the interviewer unfair. When faced with unattainable desires, we often rationalize that we never truly wanted them in the first place. Yet, this internal conflict breeds discomfort, mental strain, and anxiety. If left unchecked, it can even lead to depression. To find relief, we must confront the dissonance and make a choice. As Rolf Dobelli astutely notes, playing the clever fox may bring temporary solace, but it will never yield the grapes we seek. Let us embrace the wisdom of self-awareness, challenging our beliefs and striving for harmony within. Let's picture this. You walk into the office just a tad late and suddenly it feels like all eyes are on you. It's your first day at the gym and you can't shake the feeling that every single person is silently judging your every move. You accidentally spill a drop of sauce on your shirt and you're convinced the entire party is fixated on your fashion mishap. But hold on, it's time to unveil the truth behind the spotlight effect. This fascinating phenomenon tricks us into believing that others are watching our every step, when in reality, they're far less interested than we think. So here's a friendly reminder. People have their own lives to live, and their attention rarely lingers on us as much as we assume. So let's break free and bask in the realization that the world isn't a stage where all eyes are perpetually fixated on us. It's time to step out from under that imagined spotlight and live life on your terms. You're the star of your own show, and the audience is too busy starring in their own. Imagine this. You're faced with a question. Let's say the population of Russia. And immediately your mind searches for anchors to cling to. You start with what you know for sure. It must be greater than 1, less than 7 billion, and lower than China's population. Anchors guide our guesses even when they're unnecessary. Pause for a moment and ponder these questions. Is the tallest redwood tree taller than 1,200 feet? What's your best guess for its height? Now, if we asked Group A these questions and Group B the same questions, we'd receive remarkably different answers. Why? It's the anchoring effect at play. But here's the twist. Anchoring doesn't solely apply to informative numbers. According to the renowned psychologist Daniel Kahneman, anchors that are obviously random can be just as effective as potentially informative anchors. A fascinating experiment on German judges revealed how arbitrary anchors influenced their sentencing decisions for a shoplifting case. Even experienced judges fell victim to their anchoring bias. Sales, negotiations, and countless scenarios exploit the anchoring effect. Car salesmen inflate prices to make their actual desired amount seem like a bargain. That $150 dress, strategically placed at the front, sets an anchor for the $50 dress tucked away at the back. Online stores, salary discussions, and real estate transactions are all playgrounds for this powerful bias. But fear not. While you can't turn off this bias, you can arm yourself with awareness. Remind yourself of your vulnerability and proactively set your own mental anchors before entering any sales or negotiation arena. Resist the external influences and conduct your due diligence. Take charge of the game and guide the narrative rather than being swayed by preset anchors. So let's break free from the clutches of anchors. embrace independent thinking, challenge preconceived notions, and chart our own course. Remember, your mind is a powerful tool, capable of rising above the manipulation of anchoring. It's time to trust in your own judgment and rewrite the rules of the game. Picture this. You encounter two individuals, Tim and John. Tim is intelligent, industrious, impulsive, critical, stubborn, envious. John is envious, stubborn, critical, impulsive, industrious, and intelligent. Now, here's the twist. They possess the exact same traits. They're both intelligent, industrious, impulsive, critical, stubborn, and envious. But if you're like most people, you perceive Tim in a brighter light than John. Why? It's the halo effect at work. The sequence matters. The first piece of information we receive holds immense power, allowing us to quickly form a story in our minds. Sure, Tim is stubborn and envious, but we justify it because he's intelligent and driven to succeed. On the other hand, although John is intelligent, his intelligence manifests in envious ways. The halo effect occurs when a single aspect influences how we perceive the full picture. It sneaks into our lives, altering our judgments and distorting reality. In the early stages of a relationship, the halo effect casts a rosy glow, blinding us to minor flaws. The honeymoon phase amplifies the influence, clouding our judgment. Even arbitrary factors can trigger the halo effect. A prestigious university graduation leads us to attribute positive traits without evidence. Bernie Madoff, hailed as a legendary investor, showcased the halo effect's power. His reputation overshadowed the glaring red flags, concealing the largest Ponzi scheme in history. In schools, teachers unknowingly succumb to the halo effect. Grading bias seeps in when a high grade on the first essay affects subsequent evaluations. In the workplace, open discussions may inadvertently give excessive weight to early opinions, particularly if the boss speaks first. First impressions linger, shaping our perceptions for a prolonged time. But fear not, we can break free from the halo effect's grasp. We can move beyond initial appearances, decouple the error, and seek a more accurate understanding. Your brain seeks completion, but those mental shortcut stories often diverge from reality. Be mindful. Don't succumb to the allure of appearance alone. Look beyond credentials and consider relevant experience. Foster independent thinking before group discussions. It's time to shatter illusions and embrace unbiased judgment. Free yourself from the halo effect's clutches and see the world with clarity. Remember, the truth lies beyond the initial glimmer, waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and share. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing.